Hi everyone, it's Kristina. In today's video, I am going to show you guys my September favorites. September is a special time of the year for me because it is a time of transition from summer to fall, and it's also a time to get excited for Halloween and Christmas. I don't know, there's just something about this time of the year that is extra special to me, and so I wanted to share with you guys my favorites of September. The first thing I want to mention is this sweater. I've kind of been living in this sweater as of recently because the weather has been getting colder and colder every day. So yeah, I wanted to give this sweater an honorable mention because it keeps me very warm. It's a Champion sweater and it's super comfortable, and ironically I actually got it in April in Hawaii when I was visiting my boyfriend. But it has proven to be a very great purchase because I wear it all the time. So my favorite book currently is the Stephen King It book. I haven't gotten through the whole thing yet, but I kind of wanted to get into the Halloween spirit, and I do like reading Stephen King sometimes, especially during this time of the year because Halloween is coming up. And also because the second It movie is out currently, and my mom and I are going to go see that in a bit. That was kind of like my birthday gift to her. She loves horror movies, so I wanted to go take her to see the second It. But I thought it would be kind of cool to read the book first. With any book that's turned into a movie, I think it's a really good idea to read the book first before the movie. I think it's actually like a good background because a lot of the times you don't really know the characters' personalities, and the movies don't really show their entire personalities. There's just not enough time to show their entire personalities, and I feel like you really get to know the characters when you read the books first. A particular movie I really enjoyed was The Lord of the Rings. I think that Peter Jackson did a fantastic job with encapsulating what J.R. Tolkien envisioned. So yeah, this is a book that I picked up in September, and I'm quite enjoy it. Next up, I wanted to share with you guys some of my recent music downloads. I have the Apple Music download, like the subscription that you can pay $10 a month and you get unlimited music, because I do download quite a few songs. And I like to switch it up a lot, but there's quite a few fall-themed songs that I'm really into right now, and I'll just share with you a few of them. So the first one is Taylor Swift, Out of the Woods, and I'll just play you a clip. Woods kind of remind me of the fall for some reason, maybe because of the fall leaves and stuff, but yeah, I really love listening to this song. This next song actually, so my boyfriend played this song on our very first date, and I just downloaded it because it reminds me of him, and it's kind of fallish as well. It's Lightning Crashes by Live. It's just like a beautiful song, and it's pretty deep too. If you guys haven't listened to that song, I recommend it. The next song I want to share with you guys is called Gone Till November by Wyclef. So this is one of Wyclef's older songs, and I vibe to this song when I'm like lighting my candles and like getting ready to snuggle up by the fire and stuff. I don't know. So that's that one, and the final one is called Pale September by Fiona Apple, and she's a little bit less mainstream. So it's kind of a slower song and kind of like more old style. I feel like it would be a great song for like a slow dance at a wedding maybe, I don't know. So my favorite movie of September is definitely Coraline. And I'm actually still watching it over and over. It's such a creative masterpiece. I don't know if that's like too extreme, but the thing that really gets me about this movie is a couple things. There's actually a lot of things about this movie that I really like. The creativity that this movie has visually is incredible. One thing that pops out into my mind right now is the garden, and I'm not gonna go into a lot of detail for those of you who haven't seen it because I hate when people spoil movies for me. So the garden is just incredible. Amount of effort and ideas that were just poured into visually seeing this garden is just incredible. And it's not just the garden, it's just like a whole bunch of things, and there's like so much attention to detail. Like, because I've watched it over and over, I'm catching things that I've missed before, and it's honestly just like an amazing movie. The other thing I want to mention about this video is the music, and I watched this video when it came out in theaters back in like, I don't know, must have been like 2008 or something. So yeah, I mean it's an older movie. It's almost like 10 years old now. But honestly, like, it just captured me back then, and it captures me now still, and I think that that is a sign of a really incredible movie. The music was composed by Bruno Coulet, and I'm sorry if I'm botching his last name. I think he's French. But the music in this movie is just incredible. It reminds me of Danny Elfman, honestly. But it's just so unique, and I honestly think that he captures the characters through his music. I don't know if the film won any awards or anything, but if it didn't, I feel like it should have, because it's just such a unique piece that I love bringing out every September. On to TV shows. My current obsession right now, my boyfriend actually recommended this show to me. It's called Jack Ryan, and it's on Amazon Prime, and he rewatched the first season with me. It's so good. John Krasinski, I mean, I loved him from The Office. I actually watched the movie Quiet recently with him in it too, and he was a fantastic actor, and I just found out that he directed and wrote that movie too, so he's like obviously like the real deal. And it really says something about an actor if they can play roles in multiple genres of movies. It just shows their talent, and I'm very impressed with the plot of Jack Ryan, the storyline, and the actors. There's also that other guy, what's his name? Wendell Pierce, and he was in Suits. I was really happy to see him in this TV show because I think he's a fantastic actor as well. So if you guys like, you know, action, suspense kind of TV shows, I highly recommend Jack Ryan. And also the second season is coming out in October, which I'm very excited about. Next up is my favorite candle. So I may have mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but I can never get over this Diptyque Santal candle. It's a woody scent, and I love burning this every fall. It just smells so great. I'm not too good at describing scents, so I'm gonna look it up for you. So it says, this candle features the sacred wood sandalwood, so precious that its dry and mysterious fragrance has filled the centuries. So yeah, it's sandalwood, and it's just such an incredible smell. I love woody scents in general, but especially in the fall. I will never stop purchasing this candle. It's brilliant. My favorite food, I should say like snack item, was my pumpkin spice popcorn. I will link the recipe in the description box below, and I think I will film a video on how I make my pumpkin spice popcorn, because it's incredible. Fall is a time where I like to cozy up on my couch and watch movies and TV shows and just relax. and I love munching on some popcorn when I'm doing that, so I highly recommend you guys try this recipe if you like popcorn as well. Next up is my favorite handbag, and recently I have been just reaching for this Stella McCartney Falabella bag. It doesn't have anything in it right now because I do like to remove all of the stuff that I use in the day. This bag has been such a great find. I actually bought this quite a few years ago now, and I'm so glad I did. This was actually my first expensive designer handbag that I purchased. I'm so glad that I did because I get so much use out of it, and it goes with so many of my outfits just because it's black and silver, and the fabric is kind of shimmery as well, which I just love. And it looks so smart. So this is definitely my favorite handbag of September. Next up, I wanted to mention my favorite boots. So these are the Alexander Wang Gabby boots, and I've had these honestly for such a long time as well, but they've held up very nicely. They're actually quite comfortable to wear for such a high heel. I opted for the rose gold version just because I thought it was a little bit different, and the heel is quite large, so it makes me look quite tall. The boot is very well made, and I recommend it to people who are looking for a cute little bootie. Next up are some socks. The only reason I wanted to mention these is because they have a little pug on the black socks and then a little Frenchie on the gray socks, and that's what my boyfriend and I have, is a little Frenchie and a little pug. The pug is technically my mom's dog. She's like the family dog. This is like our first dog. I like to call these dogs my dogs. But yeah, these socks are super comfortable, and when I'm wearing boots, I like to have more high socks. Like usually I wear ankle socks when I wear runners or whatever. But when I'm wearing boots and stuff, I definitely like to have these types of socks with me. So this is what I use. Next up is my favorite wine. I have gravitated towards the J. Lore Cab Sauv. This is a California wine. I'll read the back to you. Our family wine growing and winemaking passion is rooted in our sustainability farmed vineyards, and in our winery is Paso Robles, California. Sorry if I botched that name, but that's what I said. Calcareous soils couple with warm days and cool nights to develop intense character, exemplified in our 7 Oaks, velvety richness, and supple tannins. So this is the 2017 Paso Robles Cab Sauv. I really like this wine. I don't have the bottle, but another wine that I really like is the Cupcake wine. I will put a little picture on the side here, but it kind of reminds me of Halloween, and we're getting into that Halloween spirit now. Up next, I wanted to share with you guys a perfume that I have been wearing non-stop in September. I'm obsessed with this perfume. I will actually read you the description again because I'm not good at describing scents. Gypsy Water is an ode to the beauty of Romani culture, its unique customs, intimate beliefs, and distinguished way of living. The scent wakens a dream of a colorful lifestyle made of innate nomadism. Woody notes of pine needle and sandalwood associated to the intense amber and fresh citrus evoke the fever of gypsy nights spent in the forest. So it's interesting because I didn't know this had a note of sandalwood in it. And this diptyque candle is sandalwood, which I absolutely love as well. So obviously I'm in love with sandalwood, and I just love woody scents. Okay, so that is going to be it for my video today, you guys. I hope you like this favorites video. It is one of my first favorites videos on my channel. Let me know if you like it by hitting the thumbs up, and also make sure to subscribe to my channel. Also make sure to follow me on Instagram at KristinaLX. And that's going to be it for today. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!